What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today I want to talk to you guys about Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley. So I was kind of on the fence about if I wanted to make a video about this book because I didn't make a video about Perks of Being a Wallflower, and this is very similar to that in the way that it impacted me and the way that I felt it. For those of you who don't know, Highly Illogical Behavior is about anxiety. It's about a boy who has extreme anxiety attacks. He hasn't left the house in 3 years. In fact, it says on the cover that Solomon Reed hasn't left the house in 3 years, 2 months, and 1 day, which is fine by him. And it's about a girl who comes into his life and just kind of what happens after that. There really isn't a main plot. It's not really about anything in particular. It's just a story about Solomon and his life and just who he is. And it really caught me off guard how much I related to these characters and how much I saw myself on these pages. And it was truly amazing to see, and I really felt this book. I didn't want to talk about it because it is so personal, but I feel like more people need to read books like this because we need more books like this. It humanizes anxiety and agoraphobia and just everything that Solomon goes through in such a way that I've never seen before. He was somebody that you would expect to be super weird and kind of a freak, like a recluse, but he's really funny and like Star Trek: The Next Generation and is like super witty, and it was just great to be around. And since he's been so isolated, he knows a lot about himself, and other than being afraid to go outside, he's pretty amazing. He's got it pretty well like put together, and to see that against Lisa, who comes in and wants to fix him, was really amazing to see. And if anything, it seemed like she was the one who had some like figuring out to do, and she brings in her boyfriend Clark and gets super insecure, and it was just an amazing story. And I found myself not wanting to finish it. It's a very short book. I think it's just over 200 pages, just about there. I listened to it on audiobook and I loved it so much that I had to go out and buy it because I needed to have this book in my life. I needed to be able to reread it whenever I wanted to. Just since I've had it, I've read the last page so many times because I just feel it, and I didn't want it to end, and it was so emotional. It's just something that I feel like we should be seeing more of. It's something that I'm hoping we're going to get with Turtles All the Way Down. I don't know when this video is going to go out. That book may already be out by then. I might have already posted my thoughts on that by then. But mental disorder is something that I feel like people don't understand and that we need to talk about more. And because of that, Highly Illogical Behavior is something that I do think everybody should read. And to be honest, I really want to share the last passage with you guys. It might be a little bit spoilery, so if you don't want to hear it, then just be sure, subscribe if you want to see more book reviews every Monday. This is going to be the very end of the video, but I just really wanted to share this with you guys. So this is from page 248. It is the second to last page, and it's the last passage from Lisa. I don't expect I'll be admitted into your program, and I surely won't be awarded the John T. Vokerman Scholarship, but I'd like to thank you anyway. Without your essay, Solomon would have stayed invisible, and I'd probably still think that getting into your school was the only way to be happy. It's not. As smart as I am, it took a boy stuck in his house to teach me that sometimes it doesn't matter where you are at all. It only matters who's with you. It's like on Star Trek: The Next Generation, really. We're just floating in space, trying to figure out what it means to be human, and clearly I need more time to float. When I'm ready to take that step, though, Saul will be there to help me, and so will Clark. The world is big and scary and unforgiving, but we can survive out here. Solomon Reed did. I held his hands, and we counted to 10, and it was beautiful. He was an astronaut without a suit, but he was still breathing.